You ever experienced racing thoughts that never seem to stop? Well, we'll be discussing 3 easy ways to help you. Help me. And the last one is so easy, children do it all the time. I'm Hawk from Helpful Hawk Healing, and when you feel something like your experience, just touch your heart. So everybody at some point or another has racing thoughts at times, no matter what. When you're driving in traffic or whatever, you're going, cars are racing, well, now you're racing. And by the way, folks out there, that ain't a racetrack. Please slow down, do the speed limit, leave a few minutes earlier. Consider yourself, consider your family, and consider everyone else. So if you're anything like me, thoughts can get out ahead of you very quickly. And, it can be the doom of not getting that job, or it can be the bills are piling up and there's no money in the bank, or there's no gas in the tank. So, what can I do about it? What can I do about it? I can keep going and keep having those thoughts, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a long, slow, deep breath in, and then letting it out slowly, letting all those thoughts pour out. This is a really, really easy way, and your body's already doing it anyway. All you have to do is consciously take control of it. It's not that difficult. I mean, everybody breathes. Some of us not so well after smoking, but, everybody breathes. So breathe in as slow and comfortable as you can, and let it out just as slow. And your body will automatically come into what is called homeostasis, or a state of comfortability. Everything's good. And if you'll notice that babies, they breathe through their bellies. If you can breathe in through your pelvis, just imagine your pelvis is pulling your diaphragm down. Belly breathing. That's why babies can often stay very calm unless they're in a tortured or traumatic environment. Something super exciting going on. So, when we breathe slow and comfortable and our minds believe we are safe, this is how meditation can help us, because we're slowing our breathing specifically and allowing our bodies and minds to seek comfort and security. And I have a video on meditation, so I'm not going to cover it in depth here, but by bringing ourselves back to the center, that brings us into focus, and those racing thoughts, they can exist outside of us, kind of like, Professor X sitting in the cerebro with all those mutants around. You can just see all the thoughts around, but you don't have to interact with them. You don't have to pick one and play with it. As the Orientals say, don't invite them to tea. They're there. That doesn't mean you have to talk to them. Another way to do this is to combine breathing slowly and remembering a time when everything was going well. So by dipping into our past, when everything was going well and we were happy, right at the beginning of that great relationship, don't let the end of that relationship spoil the feeling from the beginning of it, because you were generating that feeling to begin with. And you were focused and you were clear, and every thought was on how well things were going. And maybe things aren't going well now, but by sitting and dwelling on what's not going well now, you're not dwelling on what is going well now. Do you have food? Do you have water? Do you have a place to sleep? Do you have a job? Do you have a car? All of these things are important. Look at what you do have. Look at what you do have. And be grateful for it. And breathe slowly. And I know things can get out of hand and feel like the hand of doom is just squashing us even over the smallest things. Even over the smallest things. The cat crapped in my shoe again. Okay. Cat crapped in your shoe. What can you do? Clean it out. You going to beat the cat? Cat's just going to keep crapping in your shoe. Maybe you should give those shoes to the cat and put them in a different place. Or put the litter box where the shoes are, which is a pain. Or maybe give the cat to somebody who can deal with the cat that craps in their shoes. But when those racing thoughts get ahead of us, what can I do? What can I do? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Breathe. Breathe. Always come back to breathing. Always come back to breathing. And An argument with the boss, our partner, or even a stranger can sometimes leave us just reeling. Wow, why did they do that to me? Well, you know what? Their inner child needed a timeout too. And timeout isn't necessarily a punishment. It's a consequence, but it's not necessarily a punishment. It gives us time to contemplate what we did wrong. Not what they did to us, but what we did in response or reaction. Because our response is a choice, our reaction is just something that happens. So, this last one is a surprise, and press like and we'll continue, and I'll tell you. It's laugh. Laugh. Simply laugh. Just laugh. It's crazy, I know, but you're already being driven crazy by those thoughts, so go ahead and laugh. People are going to think you're crazy. So what? Who cares what they think? It's what you're thinking and what you're feeling that's important. So just laugh. Napoleon Hill says, laugh for 5 minutes a day. Just sit and start laughing, and you'll find out it's contagious. And Norman Cousins cured himself of ankylosing syndrome by laughing and using vitamin C. Laughing is the best medicine. I watch comedy every day, just specifically to laugh. And I laugh at myself. I sometimes quietly laugh at others because it would be, something they would take very seriously. But if you learn to laugh more, laugh at the craziness. When something's driving you absolutely nuts, laugh in its face. Maybe you don't have any other choice but to laugh, so laugh harder. Laughing is amazing. It releases all the feel-good chemicals. It's causing our smile to release feel-good chemicals. Everything. Laughing is awesome. Sometimes in meditation, I start giggling, especially when my mind is really coming at me with these crazy things, and I just start giggling. Are you seriously going to interrupt my meditation with that thought again? Or that type of thought? Okay, go ahead. That's funny. Roadrunner just hit me in the head with a frying pan. Okay, that's funny. So, who cares if someone thinks you're crazy? Those thoughts are driving you crazy anyway. So, I know it seems crazy to laugh at nothing, but if you can laugh at nothing, then you can laugh at everything. And another thing is, it also changes our breathing, which I've been talking about, and that helps our limbic system, which is our emotional regulation system, think that everything is okay and great. Well, you're laughing, everything must be all right. You can laugh in the face of the dragon. The dragon is going to eat you. Nobody gets out of this thing alive. So laugh in its face. Draw your sword, leap laughing, stabbing for the roof of his mouth, so at least he enjoys the meal, or at least remembers it. And laugh in his face. Aha, I know you're eating me, but you're going to remember this. Laugh. That's a great way to be. So, since it is the best medicine, there's one last little thing you can do too. Laugh while you write out your greatest fears and face them head on with laughter. Just by simply putting them out on a piece of paper, it makes them look smaller. It makes them look smaller. They're just words on a page. Yes, there's feelings. Yes, they're going to probably still be there, but they're just simple feelings. And you put them on a page, and now those little words, if you want to, you can even erase them if you write it in pencil. And these simple little exercises seem, oh, that can't possibly be it. No, your mind's wanting to complicate it because it likes the complication, because it likes the comfortability of not knowing the answer, and therefore I can stay helpless and someone needs to help me. But when those thoughts get racing, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And look at how funny it is that this little thing caused you to have this much explosion. It really is incredible. So thank you for subscribing and watching these videos. I'm your brother. You are enough, and I love you. Be free.